delivery take 2. Sun rising over Hilton Head. Hey, Heath.
Oh, he
wait.
left.
Where'd you come from?
He thought I knew how to read metric stuff, so he left.
I got Rich on board, so now he's doing the trip with me. 6:30, we just pulled out. We're coming out of Hilton Head. The only thing I'm concerned with is this pass up in here. It gets real shallow, and there's a couple of wrecks up in here, and then that puts us over to Tybee Roads, which is fine. So this isn't bad. It's just that little stretch right there where it's really shallow, and again, we've got pod boats. I mean, it says 11 feet. We are coming out at high tide, so that is a good thing. We got down to the boat last night. We hurried up and got down to the boat so we could have a nice dinner. Rich, how was your dinner last night?
It was great. I love
What'd you have?
Papa John.
Papa
He's
John.
an awesome cook. He just never finishes.
So what were we gonna have?
I was gonna have some oysters, some ribs, and a nice Chianti with some farver beans. But even though their website says they're open till 10.
Hilton Head closes at 7:30. So, So we got all the way down here. We tried getting a car rental. We did a mad dash at the grocery store. We even tried to get an Uber delivery or a cart, Instacart. Nothing. We couldn't get anything. So we delivered the car, got down here, and once we're here in Harbor Town, I mean, that's it. You're done. There's nothing here. And yeah, we had nothing. So 11:30 last night, Papa John shows up. And what did we do for 2 hours?
Try to look for the button that goes from metric to standard on here.
Yeah. So it says feet now. I had to do a hard reset on the entire system. And notice my GPS speed is in miles per hour. If you guys know anything about boating, we don't boat in miles per hour, we boat in knots because it works out for knots is 1 nautical mile and everything's just nice and easy to calculate. Plus we're in a whale zone and we can only go 10 knots. So now we're going 11.5, which I think is 10 knots. So we got to try and figure that out, but we can't. I know. Write in the comments below, go to settings, go to units, and then switch over. Thanks, we got it. We went through, Rich was on one screen, I was on the other screen for 2 hours last night. We couldn't find it anywhere, so it's not there. So I don't know what the deal is, and then I just did a hard reset, so I think I've lost all my parameters for the engines, which once we get over these shoals here, and we're back out in Tybee Roads, and we're doing, darn it, stupid thing, and we're doing 10 knots for the next 15 hours. We'll have plenty of time to try and figure that out. So until then, we're going to get past this little shallow area and out to Tybee Roads, watch the sun come up, and we're going to hang out and wait. But we do have some Papa John's left over.
Bingo!
Bingo. There's breakfast right there.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Cold Papa John's.
Yeah, and I'm looking for a whale because they got a harpoon in the back of the boat.
Oh, wait, did you see the spear that we have downstairs?
I did. It's a 16-pounder. I'm going to jab me a baby whale.
That's, well, yeah.
I'll have it blubber tonight.
I haven't even finished that video yet. I was gonna do it before, but we got so busy. You know, when we got home, I had a bunch of stuff to do. We were gone for a couple of days, but we had a massive problem with the exhaust system on this boat. I think I'm gonna make that a separate video, so you guys will just see the trickery with that we had. And then Rich is coming with me for another job on the way home. We got to stop off at Viking. So I'll talk more about that later. But we're going to get over this shoal and out to Tybee Roads. All right, not bad, 20 feet. This is the second bar that we're going over, and Tybee Roads is right there. So almost back in deep water. Oh my God, okay. Engage. This has shadow drive, just in case you're wondering. Yeah, so we just passed 2 sailboats, that's good, and we're coming out of here 20 feet. So happy about all that, and heading out to sea. Now we're gonna figure out the rest of these electronics. tending some buoys. On the wrong side of the channel. You can see it or not, there's a feeding frenzy over there. We got some poles on the boat. We can be catching lunch right now. We could have that tuna tartare that we wanted last night. All right, let's do our first engine room check of the day. All right, successful engine room check. Everything looks good, no leaks. We fixed both sides of the exhaust. You notice that I moved that collar. I pointed that out. So that was leaking just a little bit too, so that's fixed. Got that boat over there and then another one behind it. I'm not quite sure why those guys are going 10 knots. They are not 65 feet. That one says he's only 58 or something like that, so he could be going a lot faster. It says about 2 feet, 5 seconds. I don't know. I think it's probably a little less than that. It's pretty nice out, coming from the northeast. So sort of a following sea, but it's not really a following sea right now. A little bit, but a little more beamy than it said, but not bad at all. I've got to, I guess, now that we're out and we've got situated, I guess go back inside and reprogram everything that we've deleted. We have no controls for our engines monitoring system anyway, because it's the Volvo Penta system. So I got 15 hours to figure that out and rebuild that whole program. So that's what I'm going to go back to doing. Units is back. Rich, was Units there last night? No. After the factory reset, Units is back. And I went to settings
and then system.
And then system. And then Units. Just like it says in all of the books. So Units. System Units. System Units. Custom North reference. Variants. Oh no. Do we not have it? Oh, I shouldn't have done the recording first. Nautical. Knots! We're knots! It's back! That is unbelievable. And just so you know, system preferences, and we went to settings, preferences, and then Units is there. We did that, I don't know, 30 to 40,000 times last night.
It was not there.
And it was not there. Unbelievable. Okay, well, I'm happy. We've got it sourced. Love it. All right, now I got to build some new screens for the engines. Awesome. All right, just so y'all don't think that I'm crazy, and we spent 3 hours last night doing nothing. So it just switched back to miles per hour when we were up on the bridge. I just went, oh, okay, I'll go back to units and switch it back over. It's not up there. I'm back down below in the pilot house. If I go to settings, preferences, boom, units right there. Units, nautical miles, back. Let's go to the bridge. Let's take a look up there. Okay, so now we are on the bridge. Let's go back, clear everything. So if we go to settings and then we go to preferences, units isn't there. Nothing. Scroll up, scroll down, not part of the system. So this is what our problem was last night.
We looked and looked for that.
And it should be right here, and it's not. So you can't tell me that we're idiots. And it's right there in settings and then preferences. It's not. It's gone. And this is what it was all last night on all of them until I did a factory reset. But why did it switch back over to miles per hour? We didn't ask it to do that. All right, so update. I've called Casey down at Morningstar. She's awesome down there. Every time I go there, she's always very accommodating, and hopefully this time she will be as well. They close at 5. I told her we'd probably be there for 5. Just new course down there. Our original course was down to the end of the whale zone, which was 15 hours. The problem is that we can't make Canaveral. We just don't have enough fuel. Even at 10 knots, we're basically out of our reserve. Fernandina will be there for coffee time, which is awesome. 3:30. But it's a little bit harder getting in and out. It's not harder. It's a little bit longer getting in and out of there. So the theory is that once we get past the whale zone about here, going into the inlet, I can hook it up right to Mayport in Jacksonville. And where Fernandina, we've still got to take it pretty slow. It's a little bit further in. So hopefully they will accommodate. I'm going to give them a call once we get outside Fernandina and give them our arrival time and see if they will hold for us. If not, then plan is to ditch into Fernandina. Maybe something will break down and we'll have to, hang out for coffee and a nice dinner, because we were robbed of that last night. Either that, we got our Stouffer's lasagna for this evening, which should be great. And we'll see what they say. So hopefully they'll let us in. So we'll get down to Jacksonville at 5. We will fuel and then turn around and then head back out to sea for an overnight and figure out the next course of action after that. But we're just playing it by ear right now, just because we don't know what we're doing for fuel. Well, it's 12:20. Just a quick note. So the tide has changed, and it's 12:40. And I've had to back off a little bit on the RPMs because now we're, I think, getting the tide on our stern, and so we're rolling up past 10:1, 10:2. So just in the last 20 minutes, I'll have to back it off. 10 minutes or so, we'll have to back it back off again. Because we're getting up around the 11s, we should be in the 9s and the 10s. So we're trying to keep it for the whale zone. Right, Rich? This is documentation saying that
I don't want to kill a whale.
Yeah, we're trying. Except for that guy right there who's 60 feet long and we're 70 feet long. He's going 20 knots and we're going 10 knots. So, yeah. He's not worrying about whales. We're worrying about whales. We care. So 10.3, we're going to have to back it off a little bit. I don't mind fluctuating a little bit between 9 and 10, 10.2, 10.3. You can see we're in the swells here. So as we come up the trough, we're in the low 9s and then kind of come up, and we'll settle off and then come back down again, and we'll ride the crest down. So hopefully the whales are okay with us, you know, going 10-3 on the bottom of the slide there. So you got to pay attention to this.
Safety, if you're a whale, get out of the way. We're doing what we can here.
Yeah, we're trying to keep that 10 knots. So so I'm going to back it down again. So twice in 20 minutes, and then 20 minutes later, that tide is turned again. So see, we're 9.9, now 10.4. We're just 10.7. You can see how we're just rolling through here. So that's the problem, is that we're trying to balance 9.9, 10.1, 10.2. The rolling and the swells with a standard cadence of around 10 knots, and also we have to make our destination, and there's laws and regulations for the whale season, and we get that, and so we're trying to, you know, adhere to that, but also still try and make our reservations so we can fuel and get overboard, get back out again. Now, again, they're going to wait for us, which is great, but so we just don't want to be at 8 knots, because then we're going to be way back, so, you know. So anyway, that's what we're doing. 12:40. Rich has got.
We love whales. Roast beef.
What you got? Roast beef. Look at you. You got some tomatoes.
Fritos.
Some Fritos.
Lots of people eat Fritos. They're a popular chip.
They are. I like Fritos too. I'm going to go back it back down again. Look, we're only at 35% engine load, so we are just crawling along here. This boat does not like to go 10 knots. It really doesn't. No. It is what it is. That's the law. All right, well, that was very successful. We were on the dock at 17:24, off the dock at 17:47. And thank you again, Casey, and everybody over at Morningstar here in Jacksonville. Those guys are awesome. They definitely stayed open for us, and they're super nice, very accommodating, and great people. Done a bunch of videos about the restaurant next door, but if you guys need to stop in overnight or grab some fuel before they close, great place to go. Pretty good, easy in and out. I can once I pass these pilot boats here, I can throttle up and we can be full hammer until the entrance to the harbor again, and then we're going to back down to 10 knots and do an overnight to Canaveral, refuel in Canaveral, and from there on to Fort Lauderdale. So, and on the upside, they had a flare kit. So now we are Coast Guard compliant. So thank you again for that. That was great news to see that they actually had that. You know, the bare bones essentials of boating, yachting, whatever. We do have flares on board. They have expired. I'm sure they'll work, but we're not compliant, and I like to be compliant. So all that being said, we're going to head out of here. We're going to go probably pick it up a little bit and then head back down to 10 knots and then set our course to the shoal at Canaveral. I've got the oven on for our Stouffer's pizza. No, not pizza, for our lasagna. And that's going to be dinner for this evening. And then we're going to try and figure out what our overnight schedule is going to be. So 290 gallons we took on. We are at 100% full. So that should give us enough to get down to Canaveral. Cool. And Rich, I think, is just about done up there on the bow. Let's get out of here. All right, made it out before the sun went down. Out around the corner, 9.5 knots. Beautiful sunset. And yeah, we're just gonna bounce around out here until tomorrow morning when we hit Canaveral. Right, Rich?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, what are we doing for dinner?
Dodging whales.
Dodging whales.
And some Michelangelo.
I don't know why.
Lasagna.
I don't know why my. Ooh, jeez. A little bit rougher out. I'm back up to 10.5. So you got to constantly watch this stuff. Now we're back up because we've changed course a little bit. So we got to come back down again and then readjust. I'm going to go do this. But beautiful sunset. We'll see you guys in just a little bit for dinner. All right, so here's our appetizer for this evening, our charcuterie board on paper plates. We've got some Triscuits, some provolone cheese, prosciutto, and some salami. Yeah. There she is. Oh, she's looking good with the saran wrap on the top and everything. I can only imagine what kind of chemicals are in that we're going to be eating this evening. Should be lots of fun. Rich thinks that's a UFO right there. Another white dot in front of it. That's a bright one. I'm guessing it's a jet with its afterburners on. You look real close. Oh! There you go. Yeah, it's probably a SpaceX rocket. Ladies and gentlemen, SpaceX. There you go. And she gone. It's gone. Something else way down there though. SpaceX, we finally saw a launch. Alright, well, dinner's done. It looks not what my grandmother used to make. We're gonna try it. Hopefully we won't die. Ugh, pathetic. So my critique or evaluation of the lasagna, it sucks. Pretty bland. The tomato sauce is just kind of sweet. Not a lot of meat. The noodles are chewy and hard, and a little too much pepper to try and make up for the lack of flavor. It's not great, but
wow, did you see all those helicopters?
Helicopters?
Yeah, there's like
hold on.
4 helicopters back there. Just flew across it back there.
I was doing a food critique.
Oh, well, one had a light, but the other.
Oh, yeah.
2 out front did not, and there's another one. Something, it went that way, and now there's something right there going this way.
Lots of stuff out there. We're in Florida. We got Canaveral, Jacksonville. There's a big helicopter landing zone in Jacksonville. You're gonna be wowed by the lasagna.
Really?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Michelangelo, that's creative.
Yep. I'd come down and get that before I finish the entire thing. Yeah, it's that good. Wait until he tries it. It's really good. Come down and get yourself some. Let's see what he says. Give me your first bite there, buddy.
Okay, let's find the perfect corner.
He's gonna find there's a perfect corner there. Ooh, you're using a real knife.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you go.
Got a nice little crust on there.
Yep. Boom! There it is. What do you think?
It's okay.
Really?
Yeah, for Michelangelo.
It's
not like you would do it, but...
Yeah, I did not give it a good thumbs up. I was lying to you. I talked it up.
Well, if I was camping or yachting,
Yeah, it's true. Very,
Came out
very
of
true.
a box.
Came out of a box. Let's finish eating the slop. Oop, well, that went on. So, Rich is downstairs sleeping. Midnight update. It's 12:05. I've got another 2 hours of a shift. Rich went down at, I think, 8 o'clock. So, I've been here since 8 o'clock by myself, talking quiet because Rich is literally right down the stairs trying to get some sleep. I was up on the bridge. It got cold, so I closed the door and came down here. I'm a wimp when it comes to cold. I had my sweatshirt on. It was still cold and windy and stuff, so I came back down here, shut off all the lights, and dimmed everything down. So there has been zero traffic, nothing. Lots of planes and helicopters, but that's pretty much about it. Not another soul in sight out in the water, so pretty uneventful. I'm gonna go down at 2 a.m. because I've got to get back up for 6 a.m. to come around the point of Canaveral. and fuel in Canaveral. We're going to be in... They just did this 30 seconds ago. Yeah, we just said that 10 seconds ago. Anyway, we're gonna go through the pass in Canaveral, through the Sleuth, and come back around. And you know, I had thoughts about maybe I can throttle up at this point. We're out of the whale zone. We're still only doing 10 knots, 9 to 10 knots, 10.5, whatever. You know, if I throttled up, I probably could get there in a couple hours, but then it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if there's dock space there. They might get upset that we're on the dock and didn't pay for it and we're waiting for fuel, blah, blah, blah. So it's just easier to stay out here and just run 10 knots. And when they open, or we'll be there when they open, because we'll be coming around the corner at 7. I'm assuming they open at 8. We'll be just pulling up to the dock and ready for fuel. We'll take off, and then from there we're gonna hook up. We're gonna do 21 knots and get down to Fort Lauderdale. So theoretically, that's the plan. The fuel should work. I need to do a fuel burn on that, but it should work. I hope so. We'll see. It's only 120 something miles, so we should do it pretty easily and get in midday in Lauderdale. Get tied up, wash the boat down, probably hopefully have a nice dinner, because that lasagna is still regurgitating in my stomach. I think the sauce and the whatever the heck, it was not great. So yeah, but get a nice meal and then head up to Viking and see if we can't fix that boat on the way back up. Stay tuned for that. Okay, it's almost 2 a.m. and just ran over my plan one more time, did fuel calculations, and as usual, I've got to change my plan. So now we're going to Fort Pierce, because if I go to Canaveral at 7 in the morning, I'm still not going to have, at a fuel burn of 150 gallons an hour, I'm still not going to have enough fuel to get me to Lauderdale. So I'm still going to have to make another stop. So I think with the fuel that I've got on here, I can make it another 50 miles, which is just 50 miles past Canaveral, and make it to Fort Pierce. And so when the sun comes up at 7 o'clock this morning, I can throttle up and do the 50 miles, which is literally 2 hours, to Fort Pierce, fuel there, and go to Fort Lauderdale. And I should have enough fuel from there to Fort Lauderdale, because it'll save me 300 gallons for the 2 hours. So best laid plans as usual, changing them again. The cadence on this boat is just really, really weird in terms of the fuel and you know, where we can go with this thing. So it just seems like we always can't get there from here. We're always just short on fuel. So which is usually always the case when we're running these boats anyway, but this boat really wants to be run at, like, you know, 18, 20 knots. It's a pod boat and it should be run kind of fast. It running at 10 knots, which is not even really theoretical hull speed. I can just tell by the wake at the back of the boat we're not running at hull speed. So Rich, sounds like Rich is getting up, so I'm going to give him the good news. Before I forget, Fort Pierce Inlet. We're going to Pelican Yacht Club to take on about 400 gallons worth of fuel, and then back on our way to Fort Lauderdale. Got a rental car and our next gig already lined up. These guys are going. Border Patrol. Go get some drugs. They're out of here. All right, so we're gonna get set up for docking and fuel. Got to call the marina right now. Hopefully this won't take too long and we can get out of here. We got a bilge pump that's going off a bunch of times, so I got to go check the engine room, see if we can't get some microfibers and some cleaning supplies so we can clean the boat when we get to Fort Lauderdale, because there's nothing on board, and we got to do an interior detail as well. So, and it's 9:52, so right on time, 10 o'clock. Well, just did an engine check and just cleaned it, and bilge is filled with oil. I think coming from there, because it's literally dripping out. That's not good. It's literally, you can see it dripping out of the cap here. It's probably under pressure. I don't know why, but you can see the oil back there and standing around here. So something's not right with this. This is the swim platform. I don't think it's going to affect the rest of our trip down, but I definitely need to get this cleaned up because I don't want to get this pumped overboard. I vacuumed all of the other bilges, which is just straight water, and I gotta tighten the clamps. Tools, tighten the clamps on that hose fitting that we did, which I knew it was gonna eventually need to get taken up. So see that drip just right there. So I'm gonna do that right now, and we'll get back underway. Look at this idiot.
There's a frame of reference.
Yeah. There you go.
Foot away. Within a foot.
Yeah. I mean, instead of going behind
almost
us,
2 feet.
Yeah. He's gonna just dart right in front of us, in front of a 70-foot boat. That's a lot to ask. So, and what light are we giving him? We're giving him a red light, right? So what's he got to do?
He's supposed to stop.
He's supposed to stop.
But he made it, and he didn't have to go around the back and jump the weight. So
that's true.
There you go.
That's true.
It doesn't matter unless we collide.
Yeah. It's just a near miss, like horseshoes, right?
Yeah.
And hand grenades, is that
yeah.
what yeah, something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah. So I've cleaned the engine room out. I fixed the leaks on that exhaust. I don't know if I've said this or not, but we're recommending, I'm actually not even recommending it, we're demanding that that system gets better supported. Too much to ask of a couple hose clamps to hold up and maintain that much weight and pressure on an exhaust system. Plus it's all hanging now on the mixing elbow, which is connected to the turbo.
Too much pressure on the hose.
Exactly, yeah.
Hose can't take it.
No, it's destined to fail. So got all the bilges cleaned out, vacuumed out, so I think that was the problem. Then I found a hydraulic leak, which I think I did a quick video of. That's from the swim platform. I think that's been going on for a long time, but maybe it's exacerbated itself. So I vacuumed up all the oil in that, and we're sucking that up right now in the vacuum. We will be arriving in Fort Lauderdale at 3 o'clock, slaughtering 150 gallons an hour at 20 knots. Very economical.
That's how you know you're on a yacht.
That's right.
Things are broken.
And you're burning fuel.
Bingo.
That's it. So there's your update. Hopefully we'll be in time for 3:30 coffee. And like I said, interior's done. Everything else is sourced. I have a rental car for tomorrow so we can get home. Stop off at Viking, hopefully fix that thing. And when we get in, we'll do a wash down. And then we're going to get a nice meal tonight.
Hell yeah, we are. Like we're rich people in Florida. Yachting. Coming in for a hot dinner.
That's right. Let's go to Boca.
Some wine.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to Boca.
We're going to Boca.
Stop by Trump's house a little bit, maybe one of them. And pull in through the Epstein, say hello, drop off some goods, and yeah.
Right, I think we'll be good.
Oh, look, here comes the sailboat.
Yep. We're going to have to steer around this.
Yeah, he's got his sheets out.
Yep.
So.
Hey, on the upside, that's the first boat, that's the first sailboat we've seen with sails up.
Sailing.
Yeah.
Except for maybe that other one down there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you might. All right, look at these guys. They're actually sailing.
It's windy.
Yeah. Good. Well, we just passed two guys right there, and they don't have their sails up.
Yeah. Well, here's another one cutting across the bow.
Yep. There he is right there. Coming in hot.
A little further out there.
Yeah, he should be okay.
Let's aim for him.
Yep.
Give him something to worry about.
Yeah. Hopefully his engine breaks down.
Yeah, we can fix it and pull him in.
Yep. Oh, there's a tiny little boat right there. Right there.
Well, swerving him, because I'm sure he's trying to get to us.
That's right. We're going to come around. I'm off track. We were on nav, so I didn't have to touch anything. It just would have brought us right there. Now we're on standby, and I'm gonna go back to auto. All right, and then I'm gonna go back to reading.
Did we swerve?
I don't know. So I was downstairs having lunch and doing some emails and stuff, and I came back up, and that's like directly in front of us. It's maybe
it's off to the port
a couple of feet. Rich is just hanging out in the chair there. What are we doing? What are we gonna do?
I'm yachting.
You're yachting.
I have cleaned the interior and I am famished.
Yep. So we're gonna try and move around that. I think Rich was hoping we could just go through it. We go really fast. We could probably just go right through it.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna go right across the stern and everything.
Well, now we are, because I keep pushing this little button right here that makes.
I was wondering. I was like, wow, it's like it's really going down. The wind must be picking up.
Yeah, it's going around. All right, we're gonna go to the stern of this thing. Well, I think we made a fine pass out of that, don't you think?
Highly exaggerated.
I could probably throw a baseball to that boat. Looks like they got a boat alongside and the boarding ladder down. A couple guys on it. I'm just gonna jump right in the water. And we got this guy over here. I just said to Rich, I never like to be this close to shore when I can just see people laying on the beach.
Yeah, you can see people holding hands, walking, waving.
Oh my God, it's a naked beach. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a naked beach. We're not in Key West, like last video. Well, we're gonna try and get around this. ETA is 313, but that's at 66, Pier 66. I just got word that we are going to Las Olas, and of course we're going to be on the other side of the Las Olas Bridge. So I forget how high that bridge is, and we may have to wait for the opening. We'll see. I got to call the marina and find out about that. All right, well, successfully made it into Lauderdale. Coast Guard over there. We're in a no-wake zone. Tried getting out of the way of this big thing. They were 3 wide here, this and the 2 tugs. And we've got police boat right here. Came in a little hot, right? We slowed down for that sailboat.
We slowed down for the sailboat, then there was a no-wake zone. You stopped at the no-wake zone.
I stopped at the no-wake zone. There we go. We don't care about Miami. So we're trying to make the bridge right now. It's on the 15 and the 45. By the way, that's a composite tug. So that's a barge right there, and that's a tug inside, and it's connected to it. So that's a tug. All right, we're going to come around the corner here. We've got Disney right in front of us. Disney. And yeah.
Little tugboat there. Little barge.
Little tugboat right there. This guy's turning right in front of us. Good for him. Good for him.
People on suicide mission.
Mm-hmm.
Bridge. 15th Street Fishery.
That's it. That's it. All right. Well, yeah, I gotta drive. So we'll see in a couple minutes. At the bridge.
Thanks for the opening. Have a nice day.
Los Olas Bridge. One thing you'll notice.
Motion Los Olas, you copy? The bridge is closing. Caution.
Go ahead, Los Olas.
Yeah, are you the sport fisherman or are you the motor yacht?
Motor yacht.
Okay, thank you, Cap.
Yeah, sorry. There's a
Los
lot.
Olas Bridge to the northbound sport fisherman with the blue hull. Do you copy?
Lot of traffic on Channel 9. All
That's
these
a
bridges.
10-4. Check shot. Do you gonna want the 345 opening? 10-4. Can I get the name of your boat, please?
So
Sharon 3.
anyway, these guys can get by.
CHERIN, Roman numeral 3. Okie dokie, length, beam, and height, please.
So anyway, that's what I wanted to tell you. It was lots of traffic.
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
Alright, we'll go with 38 feet.
There you go. All right, so I'm going to put this down, waiting for this bridge to open. Lots and lots of traffic coming through here. And it's not even a weekend. This place is a zoo when it comes to the weekend. All right, well, quick recap on this. I have the bleeder open right now, right on the top side of the slave. It's, I mean, you can see that it's, I got it loose. It should be pouring out. There's still 50 pounds on the tank, and nothing's coming out. So there's a problem with the charge valve on this, and that's your slave that operates the transmission. So, and we also had to readjust all of the guides here for, you can see it, all the guides here for forward, neutral, reverse. They were all out of whack. Oop, see, I just touched it and it went down. So that's definitely a charge valve problem. And now I don't think I can probably get it back up. Nope. See that? I mean, that's all my might right now to try and get that back up. So that's the charge valve. And over on this side, which is the starboard side, this slave is actually leaking. You can see it dripping from here, and every time we actuate it, it drips out. It drips out of, if you can see it or not, behind this detent right here, there's a collar that you use a spreader tool for, and then just unscrew it. I forget what size O-ring it is, but there's an O-ring in there, and that's what, oop, all of a sudden it decided to, let's close that up. Yeah, that's definitely a charge valve. Do you see it come?
I just let go of that thing and now I can't pull it back.
Oh, that was you. Okay. Okay. So I was gonna rip apart the charge valve, decided against it. There's a couple O-rings in there, and a spring. Maybe something got stuck in there. Maybe the O-ring, it looks like somebody's touched this already, so I'm not even gonna go there. It's old, it just needs to get replaced. And maybe the O-ring got caught up in there. Somebody put the wrong size O-ring on there, and it got stuck inside that orifice. So, but we're gonna come back anyway, so there's no point in really doing this for $600 or whatever the heck it is. We're just gonna replace it.